Protecting the polar bear has long been the rallying cry of environmentalists. But the Inuit of northern Canada, whose livelihood partly depends on hunting the animals, insist that they are the ones who need protection from the environmentalists' quotas. The Inuit argue that limiting the number of bears they can kill threatens the very basis of their way of life. Our science editor Lawrence McGinty and his crew have reached Arviat in Canada to hear Inuit complaints as he sets out to find out the truth about polar bears.
Inuit have been hunting with dogs for 4,000 years. Taking their dog sleds out onto sea ice to hunt polar bears is at the heart of their tradition and their whole life. We travelled with local hunters on their sleds, but not hunting. The Inuit of Arviat can't hunt bears this year because they've reached their quota of just 3 bears. Only 2 years ago, they were allowed 22. Hunter and Mayor Johnny Mangark is a man with a lot on his mind.
The government stopped the quota, so we're not allowed to hunt any more bears. And that is because they say they're declining, but back here now where there's so many bears, and I don't think they're declining.
That's the irony. The Inuits say Arviat is being invaded by polar bears, but they can't hunt them.
They just counted 11 bears today around town, so and there's more bears coming, so lots of bears around.
11 bears?
Yeah.
To the Inuit, hunting polar bears is about much more than earning dollars. It's a crucial part of their cultural identity, and they deeply resent being told how many they can hunt by politicians hundreds of miles away. Okay, let's go, Darryl.
We were soon to find out why Johnny is such a worried man.
Excellent.
Back in town, it was a school holiday and the kids were playing hockey. With childish naivety, they told me bears didn't worry them, but hungry bears in town do worry the mayor. That night, on the way to Johnny's house, we heard reports of another sighting, the 12th that day. We joined his son-in-law on the regular bear patrol. And it wasn't long before he spotted the intruder.
Damn, that looks like a polar bear.
Despite the warning shots, the bear lingers and Jonathan has to reload. By now, people from all over town are coming to help, training their headlights on the bear, which has found a carcass of a seal. Jonathan knows he has to act. He fires at the bear with plastic bullets, the last line of defense before live ammunition.
Do you think you scared it off, Jonathan?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, that looks that's the rubber bullet gun. Yeah. Well, after a cat and mouse game lasting about an hour, Jonathan finally had to resort to rubber bullets and hit the bear twice. That seems to have scared it off, but he's still out there somewhere.
For families like Johnny's, bear hunting provides meat, fur, and with the occasional trophy hunt, jobs and prosperity. But bears are also symbolic for the Inuit, as he told me over a bowl of caribou stew, to be feared, respected, and yes, hunted.
We live with the animals. We hunt them, we eat them, we know them. Like, we know where to hunt them, or where they're going to be in this time of the year or this time of the month, because we've been with them all our lives. I would say they're not endangered. It's just that they weren't around when the scientists came over. Like when they did the survey, they weren't just around because animals are always moving.
The stories told in the Inuit drum dances embody their age-old knowledge of their land and its animals. Trouble is, their world is changing so rapidly, their native wisdom may not be enough to counter the threat to the polar bear and to the Inuit themselves. Lawrence McGinty, News at 10, Arviat.
Lawrence's investigation continues tomorrow. He follows the animals onto the ice at the start of the hunting season.
The bears have gone and we're going after them. The buggy train is forming up and we're heading 30 miles east to Cape Churchill where the big bears are. The weather is pretty extreme, so find out if we make it tomorrow night.
And you can keep up to date with Lawrence's journey on our website. The address is at the bottom of your screen now. You can read Lawrence's blogs too, see special videos he's made of the places he's visited, and you can see pictures taken by the team.